am playing a role as Mrs. Ruby Seth. My mother-in-law played by late Deena Pathak, and with me there's Rahul, Lisa, and Kulvashanchi. I really enjoy this film working. It's like a picnic, and full credit goes to Deepa Mehta, and it's amazing. I mean, you got to see this movie to believe it. I mean, when I asked Ratna Pathak, and she said it, you people had a ball, and it's showing in the movie, you know, and that's really nice.
Bollywood Hollywood is it's a musical romantic comedy. It's set in Toronto, Canada. It's about my character, Rahul Seth. I play a young NRI millionaire who is his father is dead, so he's the head of the family, and he has this really over-dramatic mother played by Moushumi Chatterjee and this grandmother, and both of them are quite traditional, and they are sick of his they're sick of his girlfriends and all that, so they want him to settle down. And his sister's wedding is coming up, so his mother tells him, either you find yourself a nice Indian girl and settle down, or else I'm going to call off your sister's wedding. So he's suddenly put in a really awkward position. So he runs out and he hires this girl played by Lisa Ray to act as his fiancée for a week. He says, act as my fiancée for a week, make the family happy, and then after my sister's wedding we'll just go our separate ways. But things don't really go according to plan, and they end up falling in love with each other.
Primarily for me on a personal level, it's been a wonderful experience. I think I've evolved as a performer. I got the opportunity to work with a fantastic director, fantastic cast and crew. Also on another level, of course, it's a great fun film, and I think a really interesting comedy, and beyond that as well, it's a very interesting fusion of East and West. So I think it's really got a lot of things going for it. I'm playing a fairly schizophrenic character, actually. It's almost two characters rolled into one. There's so many different elements. I think the thing about the film is it really is working on many different levels. But superficially, let's say it's almost like a Pretty Woman meets, let me see, Pretty Woman meets Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. Something like that.
The film is a big party, okay? The mood is all peppy, and it's got very danceable songs. It's a very colorful film with a lot of Indian sentiments and sensibilities. So like I said, there's a Sangeet song, there's a Holi song, there's a ballad, there's a rendition of Mera Naam Chin Chin Choo, which is like very jazzed up basically. There's an English song, a lot of voices being used. So all in all, it's a very enjoyable affair. And we've used the songs like background pieces, apart from using 2 or 3 full songs. So never at any point you'd be like, you'd be bored of a song. Just before it gets to you, it's over. Like a foreign original soundtrack.
The music is by Sandeep Chauta, and I think he's done a stupendous job with it. He's really taken the essence of the film, he's taken the fun of the film, he's taken the romance of the film, and he's put it into the music. So, and he also has offered quite a wide range in his music. There's a couple of ballads, there are some really energetic numbers. There's one of my favorites is a remix of Chin Chin Choo. You remember that old song? He's remixed it and done a great new version of it. And there's also a bhajan on it. So I think there's something for everyone.
Sandeep Chauta has done a fantastic job with the music, if I do say so myself. I think the proof is in the pudding. I mean, the fact is that after the film was released in Canada, we had a great sort of mainstream response, and there would be many sort of white Canadians who would come out of the theater sort of humming the music and asking, where can we buy this? So I think that's a great compliment to Sandeep.
I feel Deepa had an audacity to ask me to do English film, and I also got a braveness to accept that. And if you ask me for language, I have a problem with Hindi also, and now my Bengali is bad because I try to speak all the language. As far as I understand, language means you got to reach to people. I think I do that very well.
This was Deena Pathak's last film. She passed away about a couple of months ago. So it was a real honor to work with her, and I really enjoyed working with her very, very much. She's a fantastic actress. Moushumi Chatterjee as well. She's played my, my father's romantic interest. She's played my brother's mother. So she's almost like screen family. And she's very funny in the film. She's done a really fantastic job. Both Moushumi Chatterjee and Deena Pathak have been nominated for the Canadian Oscars. So they've really done well. Also the rest of the cast, Kulbhushan Kharbanda, Ranjit Chaudhary, Lisa Ray, fantastic. All of them were really good. The crew was, it's a totally international crew. And this was the first time they were working on a Bollywood style film. So it was fun working with them and sort of seeing their reactions to the songs and dances and all that.
It's a great film. I think the film being such a riot is really helping the music. I mean, you don't say, oh God, here comes another song. It's just been aptly placed. I've used the music. I've not really had to do too much with the background score because I've really used a lot of the songs. And it's a nice feeling to use the songs in a background score. Half the time when I've been scoring, I've been just doing a parallel soundtrack, and not using my songs, because I think it's probably only must and now probably dumb where I had a chance to use my songs as background elements. But Deepa Mehta's film definitely is giving me the scope to do that.